So in this video, we're going to do a client interview with a private soccer coach out in Albany. He ran his Instagram ads for 1 week, literally 7 days, and today we're going to have him share all his results. As always, make sure to watch until the end because I'll have David here share his screen, show you all the numbers, how much he spent on running his Instagram ads, and some of the behind the scenes. So David, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and break down exactly how many new clients you've been able to sign in the first week of running your ad.
Hi guys, my name is David Pepple. I'm currently living in Albany. I'm a student athlete right now, so I've been having to juggle my coaching with my school and my soccer. But yeah, so I literally ran the ads for 1 week. I didn't expect them to go as well as it did. I ran it for a week and I managed to get 22 clients in that
Jesus.
1 week.
That's insane. That's like the company record as it currently stands for a single 7 day period, which is absolutely incredible. Did you think that would be possible on our first call together?
No, obviously I didn't obviously I'd seen like the other guys. I was kind of optimistic because I felt like I had like a decent background, but I never expected to to get 22 clients. I literally just stopped the ad and after 20 like because it was just going like it was crazy.
How much were you making per month before you started working with us?
So I in Albany I didn't have any clients, so I wasn't really bringing anything in.
Makes
And
sense.
yeah.
How much are you making now that you've had these, 22 clients added on?
About 5K a month. So
Wow. How does it feel knowing that the business is making 5K a month?
it feels great. Like I feel it feels like excellent. Like I feel so good just knowing like I have like that income coming in, especially as a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
With your schedule, are you running like mainly one-on-ones or is it mainly groups or is it like a combination?
it's like a combination. I'm like half and half currently.
Hmm.
And we're getting into the summertime soon, so I'll probably start to increase that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting right now.
I guess before working with us, like before running your ads, can you describe like where were you with the business in terms of like I know before you moved to Albany, you were doing some privates back home. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
How were we getting clients back then, like back home?
Yeah, so before then I was kind of just reaching out to like local teams
Yeah,
and yeah, just trying to get like other obviously because I'm in the soccer world there, I was trying to use like my contacts there to
yeah.
try and branch out to players. So, but it wasn't really a great method. I mean, I didn't have a lot of players, so
I believe you're from what's it called? You told me this. I can't believe I forgot. You're from Canada, right?
yeah,
Vancouver?
yeah.
Gotcha. How many clients were you at back there? Like, were you like taking it seriously, or was it more so like a side hustle?
No, it was more just a side hustle. It
Side
was
hustle.
just like a easy way to get some extra income using like the talents I already had.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. I guess just to shift gears for a second, I know you probably saw one of our ads, but I guess like what really made you want to work with us in the first place?
I mean, I'm like a guy that's like really skeptical
Yep.
about like all those things you see online. So obviously, like when I saw it, I was still skeptical, but like the client success interviews, like
Hmm.
really, because I saw proof, like, and it was like multiple. If obviously if it's just like one or two, it's like that could be fabricated, but there's just multiple like evidence and yeah, it just made me believe like if like they could do it, like I could do it too. So
Now you're here. Now you're one of the client success interviews, and you set a company record. So single week, 22 clients has until this interview has never been heard of. I guess for you, man, there are a few other programs. What really stood out to you about, our service? And I guess what did you ultimately, decide to work with us in the first place? Like, what was the final need of?
I think I mean I think when I was speaking to you, you're really convincing. Um uh like like before I was going into this, I was like, as I said, I was really skeptical. So I was really like hesitant. Even when we were talking, I was really hesitant on
Yeah,
like you saw how hesitant I was on doing that.
yeah.
I was like I don't know, like with my schedule, with this, that, if this goes wrong, if that goes wrong. And you kind of like broke it down for me to the point where it's like there's almost no there's no way I could fail. Like
Right.
actually like yeah, so I think that, and then I just think your guys' professionalism, like if you see like your account, like the way your ads are run, because I originally discovered you guys from your ad,
Yeah.
and the way you sold like your ad to me, it was really convincing. So,
Yeah. And I feel like the biggest thing I tell all the coaches that we work with is like take a look at our play. Like you see our Instagram page, you see the ads, like that's the same play that you're gonna get. So if you had that for private training clients, do you think you'd succeed?
yeah, of
And
course.
usually the answer is, yes. I guess for you, can you describe that experience? What was it like for you in the first few days after you pulled the trigger?
The first few days after, it was really, I was still kind of like stressed. I was like, oh, like, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I literally, I was still in my Christmas break, so I knew I had the most time to like maximize everything. So
Yep.
I had to literally I had to get the tripod. I had to start getting, people to do like, I had to start getting the clients I had and doing some videos so I can get more, so I can start growing my Instagram page. I had to set up my whole Instagram page. It was really, it was honestly a bit, it was tiring. It wasn't a bit,
Yeah.
it was tiring because I knew I needed to maximize my time. Obviously, if I was on like a different schedule, if I wasn't like a student athlete,
Yeah.
and it would have been, I would have been like, okay, like I can kind of ease myself in a bit, but I knew like I had to maximize my time. So I went straight into it.
Yep.
And, but
You
I,
did it pretty quick to be fair.
yeah, I was doing it pretty quick, but it was honestly like I really enjoyed it as well,
Yeah.
honestly.
I
So
guess I guess for you, I know in the beginning, like you had no clients. I believe we used some of your friends for the clips, right? Correct me if
yeah,
I'm wrong.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
guess go ahead.
No, yeah, I had to get like my family, some of my friends for the clips,
Hmm.
and then I had like a couple back home, a couple clients back home that I used as well. So
I guess for the sports coaches who face resistance when it comes to, running ads and like getting on social media because they don't know how to do it or they're scared to spend the money on ads because they think it might not work for them. Did you have any of those feelings beforehand?
yeah, I did because as I said, like I didn't have like much access to people and I
Mm,
didn't have a whole lot of time. So I was like I don't know if I'll even be able to. And I was honestly, because I never like posted like anything coaching or anything on
yeah.
social media. So I was kind of like, oh, like I don't know,
It
but
feels awkward. I don't know if it's gonna
yeah,
work out for me. Yeah,
yeah,
I feel you.
exactly. And even when I was doing the videos in the beginning, like I wasn't like getting them down and like I would like do a video, you'd be like, oh, the camera's too high, and I'm like getting like stressed out. And yeah, it was just really stressful. Even when I started creating my ad, like the amount of takes I had to do to get my voice, and I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. Like it was like the first few days, I'm like, I can never do this. Like
Yeah. What helps you pass like push through that feeling of like doubt, uncertainty, and kind of like just feeling just kind of awkward?
I think you were really like encouraging. Like even when I was like, I like for me, it's just like I was putting myself in your shoes, and I was like, if I was telling someone to do this and they're struggling, at a certain point, I would actually be getting so pissed off. You were you were kind of just like really encouraging that you're like, oh, like this is better, like keep do this, that you were just really persistent and like you stayed with me, like you didn't, even if you were upset or annoyed at a certain point, you didn't like make it known to me. So I felt like, okay, like I can keep I can keep going, like this is going to work out. So yeah, you were really just supportive during that.
Dude, it's kind of like, you guys coaching your clients on how to improve their weak foot, for example. It's like you can't get mad at the kid to, improve his weak because he never used a weak foot. So same
Yeah,
thing for you. Like you've never actually used social media. Like you've never actually done the content creation or like created the voiceovers for the ads. So it's like it doesn't make sense for us to get mad at you because like you haven't had the skill set yet.
yeah,
Now, like you can whip up those, ads within like 30 seconds and just be done with it in the first try.
yeah, exactly.
I guess for you, like I believe we moved really fast with you and like ran your ads as quickly as we possibly could. For the
Mhm.
viewers, can you describe how it felt getting your first few leads?
I mean, I think my first one was literally like while we're still on call, like we're still on call, and I like looked at my phone and it's like, oh, like I already have like a message. So yeah, it was really I was honestly stressful too because I still had doubt in my mind and I was still like, oh, like what happens if
It doesn't
like
work.
yeah, it doesn't work, but it worked so well. Like my phone was buzzing, like absolute buzzing. And like I said, I'm a student, so like and I'm obviously I'm trying to respond as fast as I can to it. I'm in class, my phone is just going off and off and off and off. And so
Yeah.
yeah, it was really like exciting, honestly, because I'm like, but I was still like nervous too, because obviously you still have to like talk to them, close them. So I'm still like, but no,
Yeah.
it felt good to be fair.
100%. For the coaches who are stuck using like the old school way of doing things like word of mouth, flyers, referrals, like all the old school stuff, why do you think it's important for them to start getting on social media and like really starting running those ads?
I mean, I think it's just obviously it's a modern world. Like you have to keep advancing with the modern world. Like the social media is so powerful, and just the time it takes to do like you're trying to trade time for money at the end of the day. So the time it takes to do this, yeah, like a flyer like maybe cheaper, but in the long run, is it really? Because you're making all this money back so quickly
Yeah.
and you're reaching way more people than if you're going and doing like an old school way of flyers. And it's also less convincing. Like if you just have a flyer compared to like a whole like social media account with like evidence of your work, it's the social media account is way more reputable and people are going to believe that more than just like oh like a random flyer. Like if I did like the same thing, went out to the same people with a flyer, they would be I wouldn't have gotten the same results because like when the parents were talking to me, they were saying, "Oh, like I saw this on your Instagram. Like this made me really like with a fire. I'm not gonna hold like my phone in front of their face. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, 100%. Why don't you actually go ahead and share your screen? Let's take a look at some of your numbers, and then that way kind of makes sense for the viewers. So basically, from February 13th to February 20th, exactly 7 days, you got a total of 50 leads, not including all the likes and all those other stuff that we get from those. But like, let's say 50 leads came in, $1.82 per lead, which is absolutely insane. So for the viewers, for every time David spends basically $1.82, he gets back one new lead. So Facebook sends him one new lead, one new parent who's looking for soccer lessons, essentially. So your budget was 15 bucks a day, and then total over the 7 days, we spent $90. Scroll over. So $90 spent, and then it reached about 6,000 impressions, and then 3,600 unique accounts, which is pretty awesome. I guess if you were to, looking back at this, do you think that was justified, like the 90 bucks you spent on the ads?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because and like you kind of explained this to me too, because like one of the things like I was really skeptical about, I was like, I mean, like if I'm spending money on ads, like that's more money I'm spending.
Yeah.
You broke it down to me and you said all you have to do is sign one client and your ad spend is already covered. So even when I'm running my ads, like I'm like stressed out because obviously money is coming out.
Yep.
And I was like, I signed the first client in like 10 minutes. So after like 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, like
It makes sense.
my ad expenses is already covered.
And
So
then the other clients that you're getting is basically free, not to mention the fact that the one client that you signed at the beginning of the week keeps coming back to you week after week as long as you're a good coach,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Makes sense. I guess for the coaches who have this limiting belief when it comes to like doing things they've never done, and like, maybe they're thinking like, I can't believe David spent 90 bucks on ads. What would you tell them having seen the results? Because some of our clients, just to be fair, you cut your ads off within a week because you got basically flooded with clients. You can't take any more clients. Some of our clients spend, $400 over the course of, 4 weeks instead of $90 over the course of 1 week. What would you tell them having, seen like the true other side of this?
I would just tell them, like I said, like you're not actually losing any money. Like all you have to do is sign because even if I ran this
Yeah.
longer, like that one client that I've signed is already covering that whole ad spend for that whole month.
Yeah.
So anything after that, it's already profit. So it's like literally there's no risk because the odds of you not being able to sign one client is like next to impossible, like no matter who you are at the end of the day. Like so it's really like you think it's a risk and like I was thinking like, oh it's there's almost like no risk like
Yeah.
they say as long as you do like the work, which is like what like Mo would always say, like just do the as long as you do the work, everything's gonna be fine. And
100%.
once I did the work, it's like you're at like there's almost no way to
Yeah, exactly.
money.
Why don't you go ahead and actually stop sharing your screen? I want to ask you a few more questions before we jump off. I guess For, you've been working with us for the last few weeks. What did you learn about marketing as a whole during that time?
I mean, one thing I really learned about is you really need to have like a set sort of like script to know how to talk to the clients, close the clients. I mean, also it's really important to in terms of the people that like in terms of when you're trying to outreach to people, you
Yeah.
need to have like a specific target group that you're going to
Yeah.
be looking at. I mean, like if you just look at if, for example, if I looked at all of New York, then it would be like, yeah, I'll be getting clients, but or like, clients would be reaching me, but it's like if they're in the city, like no one's gonna be coming from the city to
Right.
so it's really important that you're focusing on the set group of people. And then like I was saying before, it's how you chat to the people. Like Mo really gives us like a script on text on call that I had such a high success rate as you could see, like it works to it as long as you're just re obviously you can't read it like it's like a literal script.
Right.
I'm like a robot. Obviously the parent's gonna be like but I remember my first call, I'm like nervous. Like, even though I practiced the script, I was
Yeah.
still nervous. I was like, oh, if this doesn't work. But it's like honestly, the parents honestly for the most part make it so easy too.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just follow the script, like basically paraphrase all of it, and then yeah, it's works out. So yeah, really the script is really important on text and on call
Yeah.
making sure that you try and speak to the parent on phone because over text it's a lot more skeptical, it's a lot less convincing, but as soon as
Hmm.
you get to the phone it's so much easier to convince the parent. And I know at first it's like nerve-wracking, but like
Hmm.
quickly, like so quickly you start to grow and it becomes so easy. Like now I can take a call and I don't even have to look at the script because
Right.
I already pretty much know it already. Like I know what I have to do. And
Yeah.
it's also about selling yourself on the call. I really just sell myself. Like I listen. Obviously, I'm big at listening, but then I'll sell my program and why like they should be coming to me. And it just
Yeah.
it's
Dude, so well said. And I think to add on to your point, the biggest reason why these parents are even willing to jump on the call and like really just coming in pre-sold is because of the content ahead of time. Like
exactly
if you didn't have your Instagram page and you ran the ad with no page, zero posts, they're not going to trust you. So I
yeah
think that's like the flyer version. Like if you just hand out a flyer to a parent and you're like, "Hey, $60 sessions or $100 sessions," and message me the word or call me on my phone. First of all, they're not going to reach out to you. Second of all, they don't see that they can trust you. And then three, it's like you're desperately asking them for clients. Like you're desperately reaching out to people. In which case, like in your case right now, they're coming to you. It's a whole different dynamic, right?
yeah exactly. And like he did a really good job at because my Instagram I started from scratch.
Yeah, zero followers.
Yeah, no, I had literally nothing. I mean, you can see it after, like, I had literally nothing. And he did a really good job of making it so reputable. Like, as I was saying before, when the parents come to me, most of the time, I'm like, oh, I saw this on your Instagram. Like, I saw it, like, it looks like I have so much reputation on my Instagram already. And it's like, I wish I could honestly do more, but with my schedule, I'm so busy that it's like, I can't even do the extras I want to do right
Yeah.
now. So, yeah, no, it, if I was doing this like completely full time, like I had no school, like the way where my Instagram and my business would be at compared to where it is now, it
Yeah.
would be even crazier. So yeah,
Uh, to be fair, man, like the average, 9 to 5 worker makes 5K a month, and you're doing that part time. So props to you for doing both school, managing your own, playing stuff, and then obviously, the business on the side. I
yeah.
guess in summary, having been on the other side, what would you tell someone who is just like you, kind of like on the fence, super skeptical? Maybe they watched three client success interviews before this one, they're on this one, they're about to watch the next one. What would you tell them having truly seen the other side?
I mean, I would just say like you just if you want to keep working a 9 to 5, keep working like paid to like paycheck to paycheck, then I guess don't follow through with it. But I'm telling you, like I mean, you'll if you just speak to Mo, like he'll show you how there's actually zero risk, and it's literally life changing because I know I can do this for the rest of my life, like with no problem. And you're just trading time for money. I'm just saying, like, just trust him, like speak to him. He'll really, because I'm like really scared. I was really skeptical. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, like this is so annoying, but he does a really good job at like assuring you as to why like there's actually little to no risk, and you'll just reap the rewards because it's literally life changing. I mean, like I'm making, as he said, like a 9 to 5 job part time.
part time. Yeah, basically. And the cool thing is like you are still trading your time for money in an extent, but you're on the field doing what you love. And then two, you're getting paid way more than any 9 to 5 job would ever pay you. Like for
Yeah.
example, for you just to be transparent, you're in college still. What job would pay you basically $100 an hour, $200 an hour to, work at that job?
To add on to that, so I would work on before this, I would work on campus, like the campus events, whether it's like a basketball game or a football game, and I was getting 15.75 an hour, and
Is that
like
before tax or after tax?
that is before tax,
Jeez.
75 an hour, and those things run for like 5 hours. And obviously, like I'm a full-time student athlete, like I don't have a lot of time, so I'll be doing that like twice a week. Plus, those paychecks come in like every month. I literally and like I still have like friends that are still doing that, but I have one private session and I'm making more than I would for the 5 hours that I was doing all that. So
Yeah.
it's
Uh, Can you break down the groups, like what you do over there with those guys? Because I know like your bread and butter has been the groups for the most part, right?
yeah, so the group sessions I have like around like 4 to 5
Hmm.
per session, and I truly try and make my sessions like as fun as possible. I have like a set structure
Yeah.
that I do all my sessions in. Obviously, like playing at the D1 level, I try and structure the sessions the way that our sessions are structured there. So I'll start off with like a warm up, but I'll make it super fun. Like
Hmm.
I'll do like a different game each time just to get the kid loving it, and then we'll do some sort of technical exercise
Yeah.
just because obviously like in any sport the technical foundation, whether you're 2 or 30, it needs to be there. So
Right.
we'll do that, and then whatever the topic is for the day, let's say it's 1v1 defending, we'll do a bunch of 1v1 defending drills, but obviously working on 1v1 attacking at the opposite side too. And but I'll just make it as fun as possible, make sure
Hmm.
we're all enjoying it. And then yeah, to the end, we'll just finish with some sort of game. And I just make sure the kids all see they're growing, but they're having fun because at the end of the day, we do this to have fun. And
Right.
obviously when they're having fun, the kids are always will want to come back.
Yeah. 100%. For the groups, what do you charge right now?
50.
50. And then how many people per group on average?
5.
5 people. So nice. I mean, you're making way more in a single group session than you made basically for what is that? You're working $15 an hour, $75. Basically like 5 days of you doing that other job that you were doing.
Yeah. So
Insane. Just to be transparent with the viewers, you made a huge investment in yourself. It wasn't cheap. In terms of the support that you felt in the first few weeks and throughout the entire process you were with us, did you feel reassured that you made the right decision? Because like the biggest thing that most people question for themselves, like, is this worth it? Like, I've watched all these videos. Do I know this is real? I'm not sure. I see David's Instagram. I go to all these other guys' Instagram, but should I pull the trigger? Like, why should I do it?
yeah, I mean, you guys just like made it like you guys are always staying on me. Like you message me every single day. So it's like the only way for you to fail is if you really just ignore it, and like it's all like I've been saying it, like it's almost impossible to fail because they're so persistent every single day. They'll check on you, make sure you're staying up to date. They'll ask like how things are going. Like it's almost impossible to fail, like unless you don't put in the work. As long as you put in the work, the results are literally guaranteed. And
Yeah.
then from exactly. So
Yeah. Now that you're getting tons of clients, I guess what's next for you? Like, what's the long-term vision look like?
for me, the long-term vision, I mean, the summer's coming up, so that's when I'm gonna return on my ad in about May, and I'm gonna really pile up my clients in the summer. And then
Hmm.
yeah, from there it's just trading time for money. I'm just gonna keep finding ways to spend as little time as I can while increasing my outcome. 'Cause at the end of the day, like I'm really busy and I have other things
Yeah.
that are going on in my life too that I need to focus on. So
Dude, so well said, and I appreciate the interview. I think the biggest thing you did really well was like you were just on top of everything. Like even like with the busy schedule, you just got shit done, and it wasn't like, "Hey, David, please do this." It was like, "David, please do this," and then you got it done like the same hour or like the next day latest. And I know like you were really saying like you were like, "Hey, bro, like I can't finish this today because I have this thing that I'm doing for school or I got my own things that I'm doing," and I'm like, "No worries," and then the next day you had usually done basically. And I
yeah.
think the speed which you were able to, juggle a bunch of things and also just execute quickly was the biggest reason why you're here, basically, for within the first week signing 22 clients, which is since today haven't been unheard of within the company.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I would like to say that too, that you guys were like really understanding of my whole situation. I appreciated that. And that was also another thing I was stressed about because obviously I know how busy you get.
Yeah.
I was worried like, oh, like you guys would like not understand. Like, no, like I would say something, I'll be like, oh, like I had school. I can't do this. Like even last week, I was supposed to do something, but then I had to cancel last minute because something else came up and
Yeah.
you're just so understanding. You're like, okay, that's fine. Like, we'll just reschedule. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Life happens and it's part of it. So we're really happy that you got A, you had the balls to take the risk, and then B, you stayed the course and you're now here with all the skill sets to do this for the rest of your life for the most part, if you really wanted to.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Dude, once again, congrats on all the success. Set a brand new company record for us. So thanks for that. And then obviously, thank you for the interview. Really pleasure to have you on here. And I think the biggest thing that, I took away from working with you was like, it's just like if you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. As in
Yeah.
like if you have that winner's mindset, you will always find a way to win. Versus if you're always like self-pitying yourself and you're like, this and this and this, and you'll never make it. So I'm glad you took the risk on yourself, even though I think it was like the long one of the longest calls we've had. Like for I think our call lasted maybe an hour and 15, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. Because you asked me like I think you asked me at least 200 questions at that point. It was like 200 questions back to back to back. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be fine. Just take the risk. You're gonna be okay. And then ultimately, you took the risk, and I'm grateful that you were able to work with us. And just seeing all your success makes me super happy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, like on that call, I was like, oh, like I really, because I mean, I remember the night before because you sent me a bunch of stuff to watch the night before,
Yep.
and I'm watching all of that, and I'm like, this looks really legit, and this could like change my life, like, and I was just like, oh, like I don't know, like I was
Yep.
so worried, and you just. Yeah, you just made it like just super reassuring. So, no,
Dude,
yeah, I really appreciate it.
so well said, bro. Really excited to see what you're gonna do next as well. I'm gonna attach your Instagram in the description below for anyone who has any questions for you. And if you are a private sports coach and you want more help growing your private training business, just like we did for David, click that first link in the description below to book a call with our team to see how we can help you do the same thing. And once again, David, absolutely crushed it. And thank you for being here.
Appreciate it.